Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speedgaming 2. I'm Lee Harold, and I'm here with my co-com Melqui.
Hey everybody! I hope you are all excited for an excellent match tonight. What the hell's happened versus Favio. Our trackers keeping all of the buttons pressed, filling out the sheets so we can keep track of our hints as well. Artificial Red, Netherian, and Shannick.
You can never have too many trackers.
Yeah, so what are we looking at as our start here?
Well, we've got a Force Medallion start, so it's a free song right off the bat, but the reward that we got from Zelda for the song, or rather Impa, it's an item check, so everything else from here on out has to be a song on those song checks.
Yeah, kind of interesting. We have a forced prelude start, which would usually mean an item somewhere in there, as you were explaining. We're not seeing anything exciting on the screen, though. I'm not seeing any rupees. I'm not seeing any, like, extra items, so it must have just been a stick or a nut.
Or a heart piece.
Or a heart piece.
Because I remember the last time something like this happened when I commentated, and it was a Zora tunic. But this time, it doesn't seem to be anything that we can discern from the menu here.
Yeah, so just a reminder of our settings. We are looking at 3-stone bridge and lax or light arrow cutscene boss key. So we need those 3 spiritual stones as well as the spirit and shadow medallions to be able to go fight Ganondorf.
And it is also possible for an item in Ganon's castle to be for either the shadow or the spirit medallion, depending on how the seed treats us today. And with that prelude, with that light medallion, it could be any dungeon. Best case scenario, it's Forest, Shadow, or any of the adult dungeons. Worst case scenario, it's something like Dodongo's Cavern.
Yeah, I would say Dodongo's Cavern is easily the worst case scenario because it's such a, like, automatic play that you make. Like, oh, I have explosives, or I have a strength, I have hammer, I can do some checks here. So when that ends up being light medallion pre-completed in these settings, just bummer.
Yep. And if I were to guess what they will do, they'll probably check the song on Prelude before doing anything else.
Yeah, I definitely would. Not having an actual warp song, you know that you're running out of here to get your 4 foolish hints that are fixed at Temple of Time.
Yep. And thankfully, it's not the worst case scenario for what the light medallion could be, which would be free. Because then it would mean that would be a potential for all dungeons. But we're getting started.
Yep.
And that's exactly what both of them are doing. And Zelda's Lullaby. That's another song check in the graveyard.
Yeah.
We're going straight to okay, Lost Woods, Hyrule Castle, Kokiri Forest, Gerudo Fortress.
Wow. Okay, that is a really unfortunate set of foolishes. Like, good high check locations for the most part, but honestly, like, all of your early game is off the table.
Yeah, you're gonna have to rely a lot more on other ones. Like Kakariko, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
And the Fortress and Hyrule Castle ones are like, well, there isn't much that they have, so it doesn't. It's not like with Domain, where it would be a pretty valuable one.
Yeah, I mean, I always say that the best foolish hint is Goron City because there's so much that you like can and have to do there as adult and child.
And Zora's Domain's also another one for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's Rudo's letter.
Speaking of domain,
Yeah.
I think the rotated bottle is the best thing that's happened this year. All
So
right, I think that
fishing
was
is dead. What?
Yep.
The child reward was a 20-pack.
Of choose. Oh, I might do that. Honestly, if, as chat is speculating, I would probably be doing Valley Lake in this. Honestly, because I'm expecting a pretty dry opening with Lost Woods.
Wait, what the heck is that? Oh.
Slingshot?
No, that looks like a Deku Shield.
Oh, okay. We don't need that yet.
And Requiem. That's a really good song to pick up.
Yep.
It can lead to... Well, it will lead to another song.
It will lead to another song. It was brown and they didn't want it. That we know. Ooh,
The scale.
Definitely gonna be doing Valley Lake now. And I think our skulls are dead.
Yep. 30 is certainly dead.
Yeah, Valley Lake, really nice. You can go turn in that letter. You don't necessarily know if you need to, but just having a free bottle, having access to ice.
Yep. Just need the boomerang, and then it's basically all of Jabu that's completable as well.
Yep. Yeah, we haven't quite seen our dungeon layout yet, but we'll get a peek at that at some point from the runners.
Yep. Might as well just grab the heart right here, because early game, you don't want to be punished too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since you might need to go in the fire temple and you might not have a tunic.
That was just $5 up there. Yeah, Favio skipping that heart container. But yeah, I would think a 20-pack of chews guaranteed is worth the $20 unless you happen into a bomb bag on the way, and even then, I'd probably still think about it.
Dompe being a troll to what the hell's happened today.
Yeah, sometimes the flames, their hitbox is really strange and interacts with Link weirdly. And so even though you think you might be completely safe, oh, that one though.
Not to mention that Dompe intermittently throws those flames, and it looks like Favio also got targeted.
Yeah, I think it's like every 3 seconds there's a 1 in 3 chance Dompe throws flames at you.
I'd rather have it as a 0 in 3 chance, personally.
And yes, the pedestal doesn't actually give us our dungeon info.
It's directly on our menu this time.
Alright, both are going to be going for this song. And if it's another warp song, probably pick up whatever song is there. I mean,
it would most likely be Bolero or Minuet, which would have something.
Yep.
Because we do have Requiem.
Yeah. So I would expect just a little bit of song pickup here, and then honestly, Go Child, do that. Valley Lake, turn in letter, probably do Domain, and even River. I saw someone say Adult River, but I think since you're already likely headed there as Child, just wait. You might pick up
They
Storm.
sort of miss their chance anyways with Adult River. Oh, Minuet.
Yep, definitely that one first.
And Favio is playing Requiem, so we'll get 2 different songs. Nocturne.
Nocturne. Nice.
Zora's River is dead. I don't think we're gonna get the other two hints, sadly, but... Wait, what is that on the arch? Skull Kid was dead, of course, because, you know, foolish lost goods.
Didn't really look, but...
Now we're getting what the song is. Bolero.
Bolero. Alright, play that. Hope that it storms. Skull Mask is dead. And I think it's a bloopy up on the arch.
Yeah.
I did not see what was in the wall. I'm pretty sure it was just... And there is storms. Definitely do Child River.
You could also do Bottom of the Well, most of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you could peek the bomb lock stuff too.
Yep. Alright, there's Prelude. And both runners opting not to pick up those hints.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting. We have no paths yet. Yeah, it's just the... I mean, yeah, Minuet to SFM to River is possible. I would do a couple checks in Market, do Ranch, do Valley, do Lake into Domain personally, but it makes sense. Minuet does get you another song as Child as well.
Yep. Pretty free one. Well, as long as you don't have souls shuffled.
Yeah. And we're just gonna see, like, guaranteed access to 20 choose, like, certainly that's appealing from where I'm sitting right now. Knowing that most of your early game is foolish.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, these runners might not be as concerned about prioritizing those.
Another heart container.
Yeah.
At least Favio will be well stocked on health again.
Yep. Yeah, Segue, it really depends. I am not sure how much these runners will prioritize explosives over songs. We'll have to see. Oh, and here is our look at...
We've got Force, Shadow, and DC for our stones.
Fabio, please.
And we've
Jabu.
got Fire and Spirit as our lax metals. And Jabu is our light.
Interesting. Oh,
King Zora has a hook shot.
That is huge information for Fabio.
Rush Ice.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely you're going to go Rush Ice for that hook shot.
I mean, given that we've gotten the scale and the and Rudo's letter,
And
it's
the letter.
begging it to be rushed.
Yeah, that's huge info, and Hells does not have that hint, so we'll just have to see where the copy is.
And
All
Frogs in the Storm is dead.
Also good info.
And we'll get to see where Child Spawn is today.
Yep.
Huh.
Oh,
Not bad.
I guess that scale is interesting for multiple reasons. Alright. So, reminder, Kokiri Forest is foolish, but Fabio wants the hint for sure. And they're sorry. Alright, Central Pillar is a small key. We're not super concerned with water.
Yeah. The only real concern would be if Burning Cack has something we need, but...
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Look at all these hearts! Alright, Fabio's
The winner.
fine.
The winner heart piece right there.
These are probably all of the heart chests that Favio opens for the entire game, to be honest.
Or at least, like, 3 of them.
Yep. Alright, here's Minuet from both runners.
Yep. And there's Song of Time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really concerned about Burning Cack at all right now. Epona, Sun, and Serenade with a Fortress Foolish. I'm not concerned about AD.
SFM Path to Bongo Bongo. I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Alright, there's the Frog's one hint. Yeah, so that hook shot could be... I mean, it is massive info. We'll just see where... Oh, alright. Thanks, game. We're not doing that check, at least.
Yeah. Let's see. Are we gonna get a chickens run from Favio?
Probably. It is 3 chickens, and usually people say when it's 3 chickens, you just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Alright, so we're gonna see River into Domain.
And what the hell's happened? Didn't even get the hint for King Zora, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope. But there's 3 hints here in River, 1 in Domain.
Spirit Temple.
That's a Twin Rova. Alright. Well.
Oh my gosh.
You don't get a child projectile, I think you're really going after those chews. Alright, chickens.
Nope.
Just a piece of heart.
I always wanted one of those. Now we can stay healthy.
Right. Alright, and Favio is going bottom of the well. We will see what this offers us.
Yeah. Plus, you can peek all the Bob Luck checks.
It's true. Yep.
And the chicken. Alright, what the hell's happened? He's gotten beans, so...
Yeah.
Kinda wanna know what his plan is next.
Honestly, I assume the bean is for Crater, because it didn't look like there was anything on Colossus Arch, and there's nothing in the Graveyard Crate. So, without having hovers and not having that information...
Yeah,
could be for Adult Lake.
Yeah. Because what the hell's happened does not know where his where that hook shot would be. But there's already a few big chests out in here in bottom of the well. There's the magic.
Cacta Twin Rova.
Oh, must be for Rudo's letter. Or no, Requiem. Oh, Serenade. That's Burning Cack. No one's getting that.
Alright.
That doesn't look like there's a big chest that's bomb locked.
No, could be a key though.
Yeah.
There is a way to peek this from over here.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be Mira. Ooh, okay.
That's big!
Bomb bag chilling here in bottom of the well. That means well is full clearable.
Yep. That's actually quite a lucky break. And what the hell's happened? Being very disrespectful to the king.
Reading the letter. Cack to Phantom Ganon.
Probably for Rudo's letter.
That's the letter. Probably.
So, Ice Cavern probably has something for Phantom Ganon. Like a bow. And Big Broadsword, that's really helpful.
It could just be for that hook shot.
Yeah, of course. Because it was hinted. On. And you need Rudo's letter to actually get there.
Yeah, Forest is one of our stone dungeons today. That's the bridge requirement, are the 3 stones. Ganon's would be one of our possible access to Blue Fire. Otherwise, it's 2 wallets or ice access. Hey, free shield. Our hints are path, duel, foolish.
And sometimes... Oh, something big on torches.
Alright, what you got for us, Dead Hand?
Nothing.
Nice. Alright, some cash.
You always want to take the cash. And... Iron boots.
Irons.
That'll be helpful for Zora's Fountain.
Yeah?
Given that Fountain, Ice Cavern... Well, Fountain and Ice Cavern this seed are locked behind Rudo's letter. And since Jabu is pre-completed...
Oh, slingshot. Okay.
You always want to take the slingshot.
Yep.
Gotta be prepared for Child Spirit.
Yep. And Spirit Temple is path to Twinrova, so makes a lot of sense to pick up that slingshot.
And what the hell's happened is going straight for the Chew Pack.
Yeah, I think it makes total sense. And there is a bow.
Dang! So it would just be for that hook shot, which would be half the Phantom Ganon, technically.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
there's something big down there as well.
It's possible, Shannick, that it's the scale, but I would expect Requiem, probably. And the Stone of Agony.
It's a stone that brings pure agony to the one who picks it up. Though it is still better than the Bomber's Notebook.
Yeah, Favio probably headed to Child Goron City here.
Oh yeah.
Hells has a little bit of
the grotto first.
Ah, yes. This is path to Bongo Bongo. We did get Nocturne here, so kind of a no-brainer, but could be something else.
Yeah. Ooh, something massive here. Fire arrows. I mean, that'll be good for Spirit Temple, at least.
Yeah, it's good for Spirit. Fabio can use those. And Valley to Volve.
Oh, you know what that means.
Well, I guess we're going Valley.
Valley Lake style. I love that.
Yes, we already know one of our hookshots is on King Zora. What the hell's happened does not have that information yet.
Well, he's probably just going to be doing Ice Cavern anyways.
Yeah, I would expect so with all of it being, like, in logic and available. Going bottom of the well, or not going bottom of the well, could hurt. The bomb bag and the magic were in there.
Yep.
So we'll see if he opts to do that. Meanwhile, Favio going down river to pick up the chicken.
The Ice Cavern song is Epona's song. There's the strength.
Okay.
So, Forest Temple is just within arm's reach now. It looks like Favio is also grabbing some beans. Not sure why, though.
Oh, didn't plant it here. Not sure.
Well, I mean, he could just dive. Oh! Under Icy Waters was Purple Rupee.
Hinted.
So another bow, by the way.
Another bow. Alright, so the other copy of the hookshot still eludes us.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine it's just in Valley.
Yes. I see what you did there, Kraka.
Yeah, so let's see. Favio, I mean, we know what he's gonna do. If that were to end up being a path strength in South Field, it would be unhinted. It could be rough for Favio to find a strength, but we also have no reason to believe that it is path because it's not hinted. So we'll just have to see where a strength might pop up for him. Hell's here in Path Valley.
Yep.
We're expecting to see hovers or hammer here.
It's probably in the waterfall then.
We have almost all of our hints. We're just missing Big Goron and our other dual hint.
Yep. Well, that's a sign. There's something behind that waterfall that is...
Is it a sign that I just couldn't see it?
It's another strength. So...
Interesting.
It's either GTG or it is Spirit. Cacti Twinrova again.
Okay. We have...
Child Spirit.
Yep. Yeah, and that's interesting. Okay, so we get to talk about our strength paths again.
Since neither of those strengths that were found locked each other, that means that it's likely in the GTG or in Spirit, or it could even be in Goron City. Like, left side path.
Sorry, C-Square. It's hinted path to Volvagia, which is interesting because Twinrova is one of our other required dungeons and requires 2 strengths.
Yep. So
both of those strengths have to be path, which could put Favio in a bad position still. We'll have to see. Field will not be hinted.
And if we find another strength that's also in around the same sphere, then that means we just have to wait until we get those three, as in DC, Forest, and Shadow.
Yep.
And thankfully, we just have to worry about Spirit and GTG for now. Maybe Goron City. Well, there's a key. And I think Favio's just gonna get the slingshot because, you know, much easier to work with.
Yeah, picking up this hint could be big for Favio, and it kind of looks like that's where he's headed.
Oh! That bubble just absolutely pushed him off. I know that feeling. That cursed bubble.
Alright, Favio making all the right calls, reading all the right hints today.
Yep. Maybe Favio might have the plot armor.
Alright, and Hells is going to opt to climb. I think this makes a lot of sense.
Since he doesn't really have the magic, so...
He doesn't have the magic or the fire yet. It's pretty quick. I don't think there was anything on the right hand.
Yeah.
Hey, Alfalfa. Yep, Favio, one of our keyboard players. You might see some setups that you're unfamiliar with as a result.
And there's one key. So we can keep going further, technically.
Alright, so Favio has done bottom of the well, which Hells has not. Thanks,
another
game.
slingshot. That slingshot locked, by the way. Well, we haven't found a boomerang, but still, I'm pretty sure it's slingshot locked.
Probably. There's always another slingshot. You've already found all three. There's still another one.
Map just being nothing.
Yeah. So we only have one more check-in here where fire becomes relevant.
Yep.
Hi, Isaac. We're not sure if it's all dungeons yet. Actually, we do. It is not, because Serenade is on Burning Cat.
Nope. So, we do not have to worry about, those firelock checks anymore. Good call.
Okay. So Hells played Requiem originally, and was probably gearing up for a save quit, but then played Nocturne. Alright. So, we'll see how thorough he opts to be, because he can actually go do Hyrule Castle Fairy. It's hinted foolish, unfortunately. So, going and getting that hint where we know the hookshot hint is very unappealing. But sometimes you forget your foolishes.
Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah, could very well do bowling. I don't think it's quite nighttime to, like, clear up night market as well, but okay, definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
So we
child
get to see
archery.
more chickens. Right, in this grotto, I don't believe, yeah, Favio's not done that.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, the mirror shield!
Alright.
Well, that's spirit in full completion now.
Yeah, once we go to ice and get our hook shot, we'll do spirit. Sounds good.
Rush ice, then spirit, and forest.
Cack path to Twin Rova for what? Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Requiem, mirror shield, letter for a hook shot probably. The scale for the slingshot probably.
Yeah.
And one of the nice things about our varying paths, we know there's multiple bomb bags. There's no DC hint.
It's free.
Yo, Wally!
Could be another bomb bag in DC, actually, now that I think about it, because strength.
Because of the strengths, yeah.
Heck, you could even be in Spirit Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what Bolda has. Nothing.
Another
Just
fishing hint.
Yep.
Favio making a kind of interesting call here. So starting with Prelude allows you to make different routing decisions like this. You're not worried about getting into market regardless of where your child's spawn is because you know you can get back there. Setting time of day here for Dompe and then being able to play Prelude out of there. What's that? Arrows?
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, Favio didn't do... Okay. Yeah. Favio didn't do that yet. No, Nath. Neither fire check was a key. It's junk items. That Gibdo is so rude.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so... as Shannik is saying, we also have magic, bow, and fire arrows, all in logic.
Spirit Temple was like, it seemed like it's pretty early.
Yep.
Rush Ice, then Spirit and Forest. Or Forest, rather. Because it could be any one of those two. Oh, and DC.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna see a little bit of dungeon rushing after picking up that hook shot on King Zora. Yeah. Hells doesn't know that he needs to rush ice. There's progression that he can do already without it being too much of an issue, especially picking up that magic.
And with a bonus song in Ice Cavern, it also means that GTG's also in logic.
Yeah, so having the hint about opponent might steer him there anyway, but Favio has just a clear direction.
Yeah.
And will be rushing dungeons, I assume.
I'm just going to assume that we're just missing light arrows, hover boots, and Din's fire and the hammer.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that like, the fire arrows could be a bigger deal than it seems, because there is still a fire-locked check that could have dins. That's not hinted foolish.
Although it would still be locked behind hover boots.
Yeah, logic schmagic. That's definitely one of the logic. Yes, it's good information because eventually you need your hover boots anyway, but I wouldn't stop myself from picking them up on the off chance that there is a second hook that's, you know, logically hook locked but not hard hook locked.
Of course. Or it could be for the hammer.
Alright, so we're gonna get a pretty good look at where both of these runners, like, stand. It's gonna be pretty close between the two of them. I think Favio has a little bit extra time in Spirit here than Hells has, but that hook information is just going to be so valuable.
I do think that What the Hells does have the execution advantage. Oh, he's going to do Chew Bowling first.
Yeah, and a lot of that, he should know letter is path to PG.
Yeah.
Good. Fire arrows were Wolfos Grotto in Sacred Forest Meadow.
They can be picked up at any time.
Favio is paused here. I didn't quite see what happened, if it's just a little bio break or... Okay. Okay, so we would expect to see Dodongo's Cavern, probably a Goron City and Crater clean up from What the Hells. I would... Okay. So, Bolero is technically faster to get to ice, but I think that Favio planted that just to...
Shot. Yeah, it's true. Probably just to get there faster.
Yeah.
Than having to walk all the way there. Although minuets, I'm not sure if that's actually faster.
Yeah, he'll just clear up Crater on the way, I think, is the idea.
Oh, this check. The one that seems to be pretty easily orphaned.
It is so easy to run by this, or, like, just not do this check. Yeah, Star, that's what I would expect. Bombs equipped. Just a piece of heart. There's our other dual hint. More checks that we've already done, and not the check that Hells needs a hint for. But that's super funny that all of the checks in Domain are hinted.
Oh, yeah.
No, definitely not rushing ice immediately. You've got a dungeon you can do. You've got plenty of overworld that you can do before you get there. But, I mean, he's gonna be out of actual progression pretty quickly.
Yeah. Oh,
The copy.
it was not the copy we wanted.
There's the composer grave copy.
It's all fine and dandy to get minuets, that's for sure.
Yep.
Ooh. Let's see. Choose!
More choose. We don't need those.
No, we need more.
Oh.
I like seeing my cute little logic breakers. Is that DMT storms?
Yep.
Oh, it's just a fish. We must free the fish into a body of water. I don't want to see him suffocate. Or her.
Alright. Yeah, it makes sense that Fabio's also gonna do DC here. Little more info, a dungeon you know you need to do anyway, and it's gonna drop him right into CAC, basically, where that mirror shield is.
Yep.
So really, like, other than that hook information, which is huge, like, these runners are pretty neck and neck.
Yep.
But I'm really not anticipating the hook being a huge issue, even though Favio knows it's there. Like I said, Hells is gonna be out of things to do pretty quick without a hook shot. And knowing that opponents is in ice, that makes sense as a play. It's how quickly do you... Well, you've got King Zora moved. You're not orphaning him.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling DC is going to be all garbage here, and Forest is just be stacked. For no reason.
Oh, so he's going for this one. Let's see. Now we'll see what's on the upper lobby. There's the wallet, so we could get more chews.
Okay. So, second wallet is locked behind hookshot, I guess.
Probably. Could even be in Ganon's castle.
Mm-hmm.
In light trial.
Ew. Yeah. Yeah, so wallets are a fun thing because today there's several questions.
Oh
Where was our first?
More chews.
Is that all chews? Are we just missing one?
It's one or two. I don't quite remember.
But we knew that we needed a wallet or a tunic because fire is required, so we were wondering where that was. But again, in order to buy blue fire, you would need 2 of them. So for Rudo's letter to be path to that hookshot in domain, it means that the other wallet has to be behind that hookshot.
Yep. Look, can you miss it? The King of the Crocs is dead.
Yeah, I mean, behind Rudo's. Behind Hook.
Oh my gosh, that's Greg! I guess, King Dodongo really paid off today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Looks like,
Oh, you definitely go Goron City here.
the 2 strengths, so it's always worth giving a go.
Yeah, I mean, there's a... Oh, that boulder was very rude.
Yes.
There's a chance, if it does happen to be Hammer in the maze, like, you just go do fire, too. Yeah, exactly, Shannik.
That poor fish stuck in a bottle.
It's
Must be
fine.
Someone let the fish out, please. Alright, so
Oh,
let me see what the Goron has for us today.
33 chews. Yeah, I would just blow through them. Not even peek the maze.
Plus he's got the silver gauntlets, so he could just
Yeah, but this is
lift up
slow.
rocks. It's faster than it used to be, so there's that.
Doesn't look like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Favio did not go into CAC like I expected there. Pretty focused on that hook shot, which makes total sense. But this is one of those kind of dangerous situations where there are already many ways that CAC Path to Twinrova is fulfilled, that could be pushed off for potentially too long. Favio doesn't have 10 skulls yet, so hopefully that's like planned into that loop.
Yeah. Neither of them have 10 skulls. I know that they usually get one of them in Dodongo's cavern.
The statue opting not to move. The domain duel hint. Mocking slightly.
Yep. Now we get to rush ice.
Yep.
I think it would be pretty funny if, like, this race was also decided by rushing ice. Albeit this time, this one's in logic. No, gold scale and spirit temple.
Yeah. I mean, as we've been discussing, there is no reason that What the Hells wouldn't go to ice here. Like, we can't do another dungeon yet. You've gotta path Rudos, likely. Yeah, so.
Although, to be fair, What the Hells has done more of Spirit Temple.
Yeah, Favio did not end up fully climbing as child, which makes sense. He has access to fire arrows and magic, so there was no reason for him to think about doing that.
Yeah.
And again, King Zora is moved, so we're not expecting either runner to leave here without that hook shot. But sometimes you Pepega and that does— oh, there's
Oh my god!
Alright.
He's gonna get that now!
I was thinking, you know, the copy is probably here. Because it's like here or back of lake, basically. So if there was any concern, that's,
oh my god,
there we
more
go.
chews.
All the chews.
The seed's trying to front load as many chews as possible, and is that... wait. Was that magic?
Sure.
No, it was a bomb bag. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was magic or a bomb bag, but I wouldn't be too surprised if it was a bomb bag. We know there's no path bomb bag, and with the scale being free, there's no reason that that bomb bag would be bomb locked.
Yeah, it wouldn't be at all.
Oh! Favio just hopped right up there! Didn't have to
Easy.
pull up or anything. Yeah, I mean, Spirit, there was potential to do Spirit. There's a chance that you can get a hook-locked hook in Spirit with the keys we have. But, and there's that information. Mirror Shield is in Redead Grotto in CAC. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear. Was that the wallet? I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It was a bag of... It was a bag of some kind.
Yeah. It would still be locked behind Rudo's letter.
That was an iceberg on the iceberg. Alright. Yeah, Kraka, I would agree. I think... Again, I didn't think that he was leaving here without that hook shot. Just like I didn't think he wasn't coming here, but I think he's got a little bit of an advantage now that Favio did not get that mirror shield on that first trip back to CAC. And has a little more of Spirit to do now as adult rather than child.
Yeah. There's that claim check.
Sorry?
There's that claim check.
Oh, and we don't have a big Goron hint.
Oh, the fish is free! But he's gonna freeze. I should have put the free in asterisks, because, you know, if you're freezing, are you really free? Rest in peace, Carl the fish. You'll just be another set of fish sticks.
Yeah, so let's talk about what Favio has that What the Hell doesn't have, and that is those fire arrows. From Path to Bongo, Sacred Forest Meadow.
The only advantage there would be just the one check in Ganon's castle. For now. Well, aside from... Depending on if Din's is locked behind a fire source as well, like in Haunted Wasteland.
Yeah. And that's really what we're talking about. Shadow is one of our stones, so it's a bridge requirement. We're not talking Ganon's, but Din's in Haunted Wasteland could be big.
Yeah.
It's unlikely. We had Nocturne there, but never say never when it comes to fire-locked dins.
Could also be behind Song of Time. It could be in the toilets. You know, I'm pretty sure that's what Dastar wants.
Dastar's asleep, though.
Yeah, that's true. But when he sees this VOD, maybe one of his dreams of dins and toilets will be realized on stream.
Alright, Favio at the end of ice here. We didn't get a hint for what the item is, so this could be a major item, could be junk, but we do know that Epona is here.
Well, it is junk because it's too small.
Yeah. But you gotta open it anyway.
Of course. Man, those keys are relentless. And since What the Hell's Happened has 2 bottles, it means that he doesn't have to do nearly as much backtracking. Well, actually, they both do.
Yep. Yep, they both got the letter bottle, and they both got the fish bottle in Trail.
Alright.
Alright, there's the big Goron hint.
What was it? Dead?
Nothing. Nothing.
That is cursed. That is cursed.
But you know what? That's kind of nice. That means both runners, I believe, should have all of their hints.
Yep.
Here's a hook shot for Favio, who I would expect to just play Minuet out of here.
Yeah.
Hells has a couple options. You can go get Forest taken care of, or he can go complete Spirit. Either way, he's just gonna do the other one after that.
Yep.
We had no fire-locked keys today, Alex. But yeah, I mean, it's not gonna matter much to him, and that's Forest equips. So, strap in, everyone. We've got double Forest. We'll find out what kind of items are in here. I am anticipating it being stacked for absolutely no reason. I think we're gonna find a useless boomerang, and our hovers in here or something. I don't know.
That sounds extremely exhilarating.
But one of the fun things about Forest is it's a really good place for us to take a look at execution, because there's a lot of strats that you can use in here with Furor's Wind, a lot of combat that we haven't seen much of yet. Yeah, the trackers get a little bit of a break. Speaking of our trackers, it is almost happy 1 hour, so we'll get these up. First off, our runners, Favio and What the Hell's Happened, give them a follow. This has been a really good first hour, and I'm excited to see the rest of the match, because I think it's going to be a close one. Our trackers, Shannock, Artificial Red, and Netherian, keeping our sheet filled out so that the bot knows what our hints are, making sure that everything on the screen lines up with what our runners have done so far, the items they've found, the real heroes of restreams. And Lee, thanks for joining me on comms tonight.
No problem. I don't have to be the solo act today.
Yeah, I ended up subbing in for someone who wasn't feeling particularly well this week, so...
That is fair. At least they don't have to be subjected to Forest Temple. Double Forest Temple. Although, in all fairness, I actually don't mind Forest Temple as a dungeon too much when it's like standard settings. You just basically go through the rounds. It's not like with Shadow Temple, which can be a little more where it's far more linear, but like there's still more chances to just mess up, you know?
Yeah. Shadow is particularly punishing if your execution isn't on point. Always disappointing when you say void in the center and then you're just thrown back a few rooms. But I agree, like, I really enjoyed the design of Forest, but I understand why it gets a little old in Rando, because it is still, alright, we're going through the motions. If I have Furor's Wind, there's some really fun routing choices you can make now. But, you know, ultimately, it's a good chance for our runners to stop, think about what they need to do. So, like, for Hells, for example, he's thinking, okay, I'm gonna go beat Spirit after Forest, but then what do I do? Do I follow my Strength 2? Probably. Yeah, Shannick. It looked a little misshapen for a bomb bag, but I don't know for certain if it was a bomb bag or a wallet. I didn't see the gem on either runner's screen.
I was thinking it could have been a bomb bag because it was a bit darker. It looks like Favio is going to get the Floor Master.
Yep, makes sense. Yeah, so Heaps, we had a hookshot on King Zora. That's about how we're doing. But it was hinted.
So we got to rush ice in logic.
Yeah, Fabio's a little bit ahead in Forest here, but a little behind in Spirit, and particularly behind because he doesn't have Mirror Shield yet. It's just in Cac Redead Grotto, but I don't think that's going to be on his mind until he goes to turn in 10 Skulls. Which, to be fair, is probably the next stop after Forest for him.
Most likely.
But, like, if he decides I'm going GTG and not doing these 2 overworld checks, could be rough. So I'm excited to see what he decides to do after Forest. But yeah, this is one of those dungeons where I mentioned before Favio plays on keyboard, and you see a lot of that come out in the more execution intense dungeons like Forest. I am in awe of our keyboard players, to be totally honest. I love watching them play.
They're the true keyboard warriors.
Just the setups are so different, and the very, like, idea. The very idea of trying to play this game on a keyboard, just no.
Well, I mean, there is the PC port, but though it is also with a mouse, which makes aiming a lot easier. But it also means you have to YOLO a lot of things more often, I think. I'm not quite sure on that.
Alright, rest up, Star.
Gotta love the 1 cycles on the pose.
Yeah, so hell's just a room behind here.
Looks like what the hell's happening is grabbing a few hearts.
Yeah, it makes sense. This is a pretty like punishing room to take a fall in, so
Yeah. There's the boss key, so it's basically items here from here on out. Whether those are good items remains to be seen. Well, for us at least.
that's a good question. Is it farther? I think it's farther, not further.
I think either works fine.
So there is actually a difference between them, in case anyone wants to know. Yeah, farther indicates an actual like physical distance, which would exist in a dungeon such as this, where there are rooms where you can actually like measure a distance ahead or behind. But further is more of a like the concept of ahead. So I actually agree with you. Either way, I think it works fine in a video game setting like this. I just wanted to talk about the difference between the two.
And getting the gamer shot,
Right.
which I think Favio sort of messed up on. There's still that chance of the plot armor working favorably for what the hell's happened. Yes, he's still a gamer. I mean, he's gotten this far.
Favio, still a gamer. I'm very glad to see him back in action. I think he sat out all of S6 of the main tournament, unfortunately. And maybe... I think he participated in Season 5. But perhaps I am misremembering, and he's missed 2 seasons now.
I think he was high. He was like a really high seed in Season 5, but was like eliminated fairly quickly. Oof. That swift kill on Amy. Just love to see it.
Alright, and there is Meg down for Favio just as What the Hells enters.
Yep. I'm pretty sure Meg is What the Hell's Happened's profile picture on Discord.
Twitch and Discord, yeah.
Yes. I still can't get enough of that fast block pushing and force tempo. It is just so euphoric to see.
Favio have 10 skulls?
I have no idea.
Okay. He skipped that skull in basement, and I'm particularly interested in 10 skulls for him because that puts him close to Redead Grotto, which has Mirror Shield.
Yeah.
A little wide view shot of the room here.
Yeah.
5. Okay. Thanks, Red.
Though I do know that some people don't always update the skulls on their trackers.
Yeah, I see them update in like 5s and 10s. I see them update as they plan them in their heads.
Yep.
And that one, personally, I'm like, oh no. I would forget what number I am actually on. Even though it flashes it on the screen, I would forget. So that one gives me a lot of anxiety.
Well, Forest Temple was not, in fact, stacked.
Wow. Rude, Forest. Alright, Favio, where to? Okay.
Are we getting a Spirit Temple or reversing?
I think it's probably doing what he can of Spirit to see if he can find Hammer and do Fire.
That's true.
But yeah, also hoping for Mirror in Spirit, because we have Spirit Path to Twinrova that's unresolved, but it's probably just long shot for a key on the right hand.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the only thing that we would be missing.
Yep.
Maybe it's Hammer here and long shot's just, you know, in Fire. Yeah. I hate that.
Well, there's a key. That was hard hook shot lock too. And the chest being a little finicky towards Favio.
Yeah. Those are the types of movements that are a little trickier when you're on keyboard. Because you're moving like a set distance every time.
Yep.
Alright, so both runners going to be going through Spirit. The big difference here, of course, that Hells will be able to finish.
Yep.
It will be interesting to see what our Path to Twinrova is in here, and whether or not it's actually beneficial.
Yeah. It
The
certainly
mirror
wasn't for the slingshot.
Nope.
Oh.
Path item?
Wait, was that a t-shirt?
That was the Goron tunic, yeah.
So it's the t-shirt that helps us live in the volcano, essentially.
Yeah, which, like, fine.
But we also have a wallet, so...
Yeah, we have a wallet. We're not really interested in that. And our wallet, the wallet that we have, and we think the other wallet was just chilling in ice, on the iceberg in Fountain. Yeah, so like our other wallets are available. So that's not what we're looking at here.
No need to go for that key then. At least for what the hell's. Oh, he's still gonna go for it.
I feel like I can hear both runners, like Favio less so because he's expecting Mirror Shield in here, but Hell's especially like, what's Path to Twinrova here?
Yeah.
Nice. Gets all three in one go. Favio in the same room, taking that same path as you'd expect, and nails it.
Completely nails it.
Well, I'll say one thing. It's going to be pretty obvious what the path is based on what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Trash. Trash.
Ooh.
Oh my
Long
gosh,
shot,
long
of course.
shot. So, you could have just come to Spirit.
Of course.
Amazing.
What a nice place to put a hook shot.
Mm.
Oh.
Yep. So Fabio's gonna do this last check that he can do here, and I would expect him to set Furor's Wind. And we'll see where he goes next. I'm a little afraid that it's gonna be a reverse play to GTG, which could very well be required.
Yeah. But that also means that the Wasteland chest is now in Logic.
Yep. Yes, they start with Furor's Wind. Nothing here.
There's the boss key.
Wow. Actually kind of forgot we didn't have boss key yet.
Yeah, same.
But we got it now. Favio is walking back down to go do the sunblock room.
Yeah. And since he didn't set up for wars, that will burn him.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect both of them end up going GTG, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to see, like, if Hammer were on Twinrova here, different story. Hells is gonna go do fire.
Who knows, what Hammer could be in Fire Temple. Well, no, probably not, because Path of Alphagia is double strength locked. And all we've really found so far was a long shot. Wait, don't tell me. Wasteland chest.
It could be.
Oh. Kotake knew what was going on, so she made sure not to get in the way.
No! Oh,
The crewmate's positioning is just even worse.
Yep, this is why we call this Troll Ropa, what you've just seen here. Alright, so, long shot lock checks. There's a couple in water, there's Haunted Wasteland, and there's Shoot the Sun. But we haven't seen GTG, we haven't seen Twin Roba here. There's just... That's true. Yeah, so we're not getting a Hover's Path for sure. Because it's required for Shadow, which, as Shannick is pointing out, is our stone dungeon remaining. So, like, we're not getting a hint for that for fire.
So, what? I'm guessing Wasteland Chest was nothing then, because Favio was just climbing out.
Yeah, it was a heart.
Right. Well...
No, it's the stones that take priority.
That just means that there's only one possibility left for those fire arrows to be useful. And it's locked behind Din's fire anyways. And since they have long shot, they could do Shadow Trial 2 with that.
Yep, so fire arrows not gonna burn Hells today.
I think GTG is gonna be the play, honestly. Because it's still an unfulfilled path to Volvagia. I think what the hell's is gonna get the Wolfos Grotto then. I suppose you shouldn't really just orphan that check just in case.
Yeah. Wasn't really expecting this, but I mean, I agree with it. It could be Hovers, it could be Dins. You want to know before you forget about it.
Yeah.
For long shot locks, it's 3.
You mean in Water Temple?
Yeah.
There's the boss key chest, and there's Morpha. And in Lake Hylia, you then add, Shoot the Sun.
Yep. Prelude. Big pose, maybe? Setting time of day for Dante?
Definitely the latter.
Interesting. I mean...
Or, it's something else entirely. Oh! Another bow.
I think that's all of our bows.
Yep. And that sure is. Looks like we're gonna get some Northern Hyrule checks into GTG, I think.
Yeah. What info is he missing?
But at least I can focus on Favio screen for now, because new players. All we found there was just another bow. Just getting a first strike on like the first two Wolfos, but the last two not so much. Ooh,
Yeah.
the Wolfos have something. Hover boots.
There's hovers.
We just need dins and hammer and light arrows. Those are the nuggets of information that we are currently missing. And big pose. Let's see what we have for us today. And it's a heart.
Oh no, Favio.
Oh no. You have to get your shield back before they digest it. Never mind, they're dead.
It's fine. Just gotta grab it, re-equip it.
Yeah.
And just a bomb refill.
Oh my gosh! Is this the hammer? Light arrows. Well, we won't have a crazy hunt for those, at least.
So, does that mean we're on a gold hunt?
Maybe.
I suppose there's still a couple long shot checks.
Yeah.
Oh, this eye statue, please.
Yeah. You just have to be at the exact position it needs you to be. Game has to be picky today. Also, I think you misspoke when you said forest. I think you meant GTG.
Probably.
Because we just got a Kupiri sword as well. That's another dungeon out of the way. Oh, that was dead, so... Oh, there's a big one in the maze. Actually, quite a few big ones in the maze.
And there was 1 key, 2 key, strength 2 locked.
Yeah, there's just 1 key actually. Another key.
Capes, please. Been watching too much Bluey.
Oh, there's the rang, but
Boomerang for no reason.
Yeah, basically. Let's see what this is. The last slingshot. Oh,
Is it the last
my
one
God.
though? Is it?
Yes. There was one in Spirit, one in Lake Hylia, and one in GTG.
I was being sarcastic.
I know. Oh, if only they added more slingshots into this game.
Plentiful.
No, ludicrous.
Alright, so health going through GTG as Favio is going to enter the maze and show us what the remaining big chests are.
what the hell's happened is really low right now.
Alright, so we had 5 keys, 6 keys, 7. Okay. I think toilet's a key.
Yeah. Oh, it's just double defense. I mean,
That's nice, though.
Yeah, it is nice.
Pals
But it's
isn't
not
gonna be sad
progression.
about that.
It ain't progression, though. Well, let's see. Water temple.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of cursed.
Any quarter hearters?
And the Wolfos are not dropping any heart pieces.
Nah, they're jerks like that. Easy.
And I
Really?
know that the likes only drop money, so
Yeah.
it's even worse.
The, like, really terrible thing is, like, you use a lot of damage, and you just kind of take a lot of plant damage in GTG. Like, after the eye statue, you would usually void out. If you need the hammerlocked chest,
You usually take like a quarter.
you usually take, like, a quarter heart.
But remember, there's a heart chest in here as well, so he's gonna grab that.
Yep. And so when we talk about toilet, this is the room we are talking about, everyone. It is swirling, full of water, and it's terrible to do.
And it's full of clams.
And apparently, it's an
Oh.
item.
Yeah.
Dins?
Dins in the toilet?
Is it happening?
Did we just bring it to real life? Nope! Second magic.
Rip.
I mean,
So close.
That's always nice
So
to have.
close. Yeah, I mean, I am not poo-pooing second magic anytime I get it.
Alright, where does Favio go from here?
I don't know. Deku's not a bad option.
Yeah. Well, he's setting time of day. So I'm thinking Dampe?
Yeah, Dampe, some child cleanup. Child Goron City is yet untouched. Deku Tree would make sense. Market cleanup.
Yeah. Still missing lens though.
Mirror Shield is the Redead Grotto in CAC. Favio does have Furore's Wind set in the top of Spirit. But I don't think he's getting that check until he does 10 skulls, which will probably be in this loop, honestly. If he is going to do Dampe digging, which would make sense since he set time of day.
Yeah.
But then does he immediately bail on Child to do that? Some money with an already full wallet.
Yeah. But Richard is still a good boy regardless.
Yeah, Richard's always a good boy. It's his mom who needs a talking to.
Yes. A very stern talking to. Let's see, what does Dampe have for us today? Oh.
Nothing.
Nothing but love.
Not even like lasting love, though.
Of course not.
Like a summer fling.
Yeah. 7 skulls.
Alright. Oh. Oh. I'm like... Alright. Did... Hells just totally decide to not do toilet?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But it's not gonna punish him, to be honest.
Well, I know it's not gonna punish him. But bailing on an item there, knowing that you're bailing on an item there,
It'll linger for a while until you hit go mode.
Yeah, you wonder about that. Alright.
I think I'd be more concerned about the 10 skulls. Favio finally picking up his mirror shield. Now let's see what those 10 skulls are. Will it be something good, or... Alright. Nope.
Nothing.
Nothing but sticks.
Yep. Alright, and yep, Favio is gonna stay child for a while.
Yep.
Hell's doing similar, just really looking for that dins.
Yeah.
And a hammer.
Favio is probably going to be doing Deku Tree. No, Child Goron City.
Yeah, I think Child Goron City makes a lot of sense. Less convinced that Deku makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, once you reach a certain point, everything starts making sense because nothing makes sense.
Well, there's the last pack of chews, I think.
All the chews.
What does the music-loving Goron have for us today?
We will find out. Alright, so we're back in. Favio's got a few minutes in spirit left. Has to do all of Twin Rova. Alright.
He's got plenty of chews. I'm not worried about that. Nope.
Nothing.
So Goron City basically has nothing.
Yep. So this appears to be Deku then for Favio, and
Yep.
Hell's not looking inclined to do much different.
Yeah. Looks like it's basically following the leader for now.
Yeah. And I think chat has nailed it. I think they're looking for that strength 3 now, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
There are a few checks that are like exclusively long shot locked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
But they're all like in southern Hyrule, like Lake Hylia, and Water Temple.
No serenade.
Yep.
Which
So
is
it's very much out of the way.
Yep. And Serenade's actually behind water, so it doesn't even, like, do you any good.
Yep.
Jabu is actually our pre-completed dungeon today. So they will not be going into Jabu.
Oh, there's something in Deku Tree already, so... Oh, never mind.
All the tunics. Hey, remember that hint? That central pillar is a small key.
Put it back. We don't need a blue t-shirt. We have enough health.
I'm never saying no to a free t-shirt.
It's better when it's a rainbow. Especially when it can switch colors. If only real t-shirts could do that.
Right? Oop. Nothing
Looks like Compass Room is completely dead, so there's only 2 more checks in here.
Yeah, just walk away from the pot for a little bit.
Nothing in the basement.
Yeah, Deku also looking pretty stingy here.
Yep.
T-shirt at least.
Not a particularly useful one. And it looks even worse in the vanilla game.
Mm-hmm.
It looks better in OOT 3D.
So, top of lab. Lab dive out of logic.
Shoot the sun. Water temple.
Shoot the sun, water temple. I don't know. Do you dip into fire?
That's also a possibility. Depends on how many keys you'll need.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about dins at this point. Like, what makes sense for dins?
Another bottle.
Another bottle.
When we already have 2. And we've already done Ice Cavern, so... And with Jabu being pre-completed... So it's back to adults with Favio, so... Where does he go from here? Well, wait, never mind. I know the answer. He's going to be doing the rest of Spirit.
Yeah, definitely completing Spirit, and I think that's where we'll see, like... Maybe Hells has a minute or 2 lead, but really, like, this is actually gonna come down to, alright, where's our dins, who finds it, and where is our hammer?
Yeah. That's a very strong possibility that Hammer's just strength 3 locked.
Oh, right. I was like, why did Favio reset for roars? But this makes sense. they've both cleared fields now. So it's just a hike.
Yeah.
Well, a horse ride at least, but...
Always nice to have a bonus song, even if it is an ice cavern.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I think... What?
You just forgot to push the
Oh, shoot.
statue again. There we go.
Alright, so Hells has about a twin Rova fight here. A face melting, an iron knuckle, and a twin Rova fight to hold an advantage. We'll see where he goes. Adult makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see, water makes a lot of sense. Lake cleanup makes a lot of sense. I think playing Bolero and, you know, taking a little peek into fire, not a terrible idea.
Well, we're getting the fire peak right now.
Let's hope Twin Rova plays a little nicer for Favio than she did for... What the hell's happened?
Yeah. It looks like it is going that way.
Oh, excuse me. That yawn came out of nowhere.
No worries. 50-50 on the key. Oh my gosh.
Dins? Dins?
It's an appropriate place for it too.
I'm a genius. No, I'm not.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, Bolero is like Spear Zero. So
Yeah.
like,
We also had like 5 checks where that could have been.
that's probably why the path to Bongo Bongo was just for Nocturne.
Just Nocturne, yeah. Alright, well, that's good. That for Hells, that keeps an advantage on his side as Fabio is finishing up Twin Rova.
Yep.
And
Now
we'll
let's see where Favio goes. Like, either Fire or to Southern Hyrule.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be interesting. The longer you don't go... The difficulty is the longer that you don't go Fire, the longer you put off Shadow. And if it is ultimately that you need all 3 strengths rather than long shot behind strength 2, like, Shadow's more likely to have that.
So it looks like the plot armor thickens. I mean, plot thickens.
I will be right back.
Alright. Just finishing up Dead Hand. Always quick with the big Goron sword. As when he's about to dig, you can actually strike him. It looks like Favio played Nocturne, so... Alright, let's see where he goes from here. I don't think he did cack archery quite yet. It looks like he's going to be doing it now. Sadly, he's going to be very disappointed. Now let's see what else is in the shadow. We've already have one small key. That takes care of the redeads. Well, Gibdos, I mean. Excuse me. Yes, I think it's a Din's diff for now. And Favio is going to be going straight to Hyrule Field, so that is not a Bolero play, not the Fire Temple diff. Any further he spends away from it will be a major time loss. So far, there's been only one small key from the shadow, but there's still going to be... Center room has like 5 different checks, at least in chests. Yeah, if there's something on Strength 3, like if Strength 3 happens to be somewhere in Water Temple or something like that. Looks like what else happens. NA AIM is in full force today. Good thing he has the largest quiver, so he could just keep shooting.
Alright, sorry about that, everyone. It was well past my dog's bedtime. Did we find anything interesting?
No, not quite. Oh, it looks like Favio is going to Southern Hyrule, so he's going to be bleeding a lot more time. That Dins is going to be a last location for him. So Hammer could still be very much within that area. But at the same time, it could also not be.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to be going and doing Lake. I mean, we were counting. There were not many places that Dins could still be, and Lake happens to have most of those. Especially since you're immediately hammer locked in fire.
Yep.
But I do think that since you have Bolero, making that fire dip makes a lot of sense because you find out, oh, I'm hammer locked or not. It's just, it's, you know, 1 to 3 checks most likely.
Gotta make sure that Sam the Toucan is taken care of.
Yeah, that's true, Isis. I think Hells only goes Ganon's. To be totally honest, I think he only goes Ganon's if he's been keeping track of his hints. If he finds that Strength 3, it could be in Ganon's, though.
That's something big.
Yeah.
It could still be bait, though. But first, I think this is gonna be where we get that key. It'll be number 3 of 5. Of course.
Yeah, if there wasn't a key there, I would have called shenanigans. That's not supposed to happen.
Oh my god.
It's our last bottle.
Bottle percent, everyone?
Yeah, we're just finding all the items today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Favio timed this pretty well here. Very little, like, waiting involved in this Shoot the Sun, so I think this is a good
Given that
play.
Sun Song is locked behind Ocarina of Time.
Oh,
That's nothing. So I'm guessing he's just following that long shot.
Yep, which makes total sense. It was behind Strength 2. It was the only thing we found behind Strength 2 of note.
Yep.
Oh.
He's setting up for roars. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't remember who in chat pointed this out, but, like, it makes sense to do it this way, too. You don't have Serenade, you're not getting Serenade, so set your Furor's Winds there, do your quick fire check, or, you know, a couple Doc did. Yeah. So your quick overworld checks, doing your density in overworld, checking your required dungeon. And yeah, Hammer can still just be in water. And we don't know where Hells is gonna go after this. It's gonna be an interesting choice to watch.
Yeah.
He's got some time.
It's either Water Temple or Ganon's Castle.
Yep. He has a few extra minutes on Favio now. But it's nothing that... It's certainly not it's his seat to lose at this point. Like, nowhere near that.
Yeah. It's once we know where the hammer is.
Yep. Sunsong Grave was not hinted. Yeah, I mean, it could be, there's a chance that Strength 3 is in Sunsong Grave. Alright, there's our key. Yeah, this will be a very interesting hammer hunt. We do know that it is behind Strength 2 somehow. Thus far, that is only long shot checks.
Yeah.
I always just pins these guys. They're so annoying.
And that takes care of the manager.
Serenades on Burning Pack.
Just as Favio basically starts Shadow, what the hell's finishes.
Alright, time for Bungo.
Put an end to the little drummer boy.
Yeah. I think Hell's going to Ganon will make a lot of sense. Going to water makes a lot of sense. Favio obviously more likely to go to water, having Furor's Wind there.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna want that when he goes Ganon's. Yeah, Isis. Obviously, we don't know for sure, but Favio is more likely to go to water immediately after this. Hell's a little more up in the air. We'll just have to see. And even then, it just depends. Are we actually following Longshot? Or are we following a Strength 3 that we haven't found yet?
And there's also 4 item checks in water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just terrible to do. Alright, yep. This is a Ganon's play for sure.
Yes.
It was a strength in Ganon's that more or less secured Hell's his place in this round in his last seed, so yes, Shannick. They could both be behind Longshot as well. I mean, even just as easy as Strength 3 on one of those checks. And Hammer behind Strength 3. Plenty of options yet.
Nice. Getting it very quickly. And Spirit Trial is nothing.
Yep. Okay.
They start off with that. Oh. Yeah, that's a good question. Number one small key. That makes sense. Oh!
Hey. That's the wrong gold item.
Yeah.
Heart piece over there. Well, heart something. Alright. One check left in here, but that's going to be most of the climb done for Hells, as we see Favio in the Redead room. So it'll take Hells a minute to get to Lake and Water. And if it is somehow the strength on Sunsong Grave, it'll be a little longer yet before these two get there. Yeah, I think Hills has enough time before Favio is quite out of shadow, but it's gonna be really close.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see. I think this is one of those times where I might like to see some, like, age shenanigans where you create a second save file. You go child, pick up the song, do Sunsong Grave real quick, and then just go back to the other file.
Yeah, they're definitely running out of checks.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It wouldn't make a lot of sense, but it's fun to see it. Alright, well, depending on what kind of time of day Hells has here for Shoot the Sun, we know that that's dead, it's not gonna hurt him, but if he ends up standing around waiting for time of day, I think you just go beat Morpha. Since Morpha is long shot locked.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind that, at least in this rando, there are 6 keys for Water Temple, but one of them's a spare key.
Oh, okay. He must be worried about his time of day.
Yeah.
Riding out here.
And this is hard long shot lock, so makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. And it was the right call. He knows this game like the back of his hand. He knew he was pushing it on his time of day. We have a Frogs 2 hint, unfortunately. It is nothing today.
It looks like he's going to be doing a few other checks in Lake Hylia before even going into the Water Temple.
Yeah, this
so they'll be here at around the same time.
Yeah, this will be a really good, like, finish, to be totally honest. He's got 2 checks here to do real quick, and then he'll get in water. Bongo's not terribly long, but with the cutscenes, I think Hills will have a little bit of an edge getting into water and starting on checks, but from there, it's just, alright, can you execute this? If it is in Ganon's, Hells already has Furor's Wind there, and I think that would be enough to put it over the edge, but fire can be a long dungeon.
Nope.
Yeah.
So we have just the 4 items in Water Temple.
Yep. It's either our hammer or our golds in here. We will find out. That's a really good question, Isis. That is where I would save Furor's Wind back. It's a little punishing because Hells is on Virtual Console, whereas Favio is on emulator, so it's a little faster.
Oh, I see. WTHH is a map first kind of guy. Rip. There's a key.
Yep. I think one of the interesting questions, if this is a key, I don't even think I would mess around with the water. I would just go do boss key chest. And
That's the first item.
Yep, that is a very dead item. And Favio is gonna go Ganon's first by the looks of it. So that is... very unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this case, you want your 2 keys to do... oh no. To do your checks, but you also want the boss key because that is one of our long shot locked checks. I am really surprised. I'm hoping that we get an interview with these runners because I want to know why Favio is going Ganon's before Waters, knowing that Farouz is there.
Oh. Is this it? Nope. Pretty sure that's the last bomb bag.
Yeah, we're just finding everything.
Pretty much. That most likely means Morpha has a key. Which, by extension, would also mean that... okay. Do a little peek here.
You know, he's been having some trouble with his C-ups lately. Where's the Burger King? Yeah, BK means a lot of things. Burning pack. Boss key. Burger King.
I actually don't live too far from a Burger King. So if I ever was in BK mode once again, I could probably just hit up a BK.
Alright, here is our first look at a long shot locked check in water.
Yep.
Probably having a little difficulty with bow extension there for a bit, but does get it.
Because there's only 2 more items left in Water Temple. Oh.
Alright.
There it is!
Alright, that is go mode for what the hell's happened. Favio is continuing to clear out Ganon's at this point. I think Hells has enough of an advantage and lead right now that that will hold, especially if it's an early boss key. But we will see.
Well, even if it's a late boss key, it'll still hold because...
yeah, I mean, water is not quick to clear out. Those 2 keys were not fast to get. And yeah, and there's the Furor's win. Favio going back into water after Hells has already entered go mode. Yeah, Shannick. And like, that's one of those things with water key logic being the way it is, lowering the water pretty much always the way to go. But you can reach more of water without changing the water level than you think of. He is known for his bonks.
Needless to say, the plot armor thickens. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be another rematch between What the Hell's Happened and Gavaroni.
Oh, that'd be a good match. Yeah, so really the difference, this would have been so close if Favio had just gone back into Shadow and used Furor's Wind. Hell's already having a climb done and a slight lead getting into water probably wouldn't have changed anything here. And it really all spiraled from finding that mirror shield on that first trip. It just made everything a little more efficient, took a little less backtracking for Hells. And it's so interesting to see that one decision kind of play out the way it has.
Yep. So far, that is 4 out of 8 small keys. We still have to keep climbing, but it's good to know that all those small keys were locked behind its fire, technically, and hammer.
This is really gonna make us go to like highest Goron, isn't it?
That would be cursed.
Ugh. Alright. Favio saving, planning to scum these keys. Won't need to though. Will also be getting in go mode and in fire.
And having Furor's already set up in Ganon's castle, it'd be faster just to go to Forest and then set it there.
Yeah, Rich. Like, Favio kind of, early on with the hook information, it felt like that plus the bomb bag was going to be pretty big, but, I mean, it just played out well enough that, yeah, getting that Redead grotto before going into bottom of the well really changed how this played out in the long run for Hells. And even then, it was going to be very close if Favio had just gone into water instead of Ganon's, but Ganon's makes so much more sense. There are so many more checks.
I guess we'll never get to see that big chest in Upper Maze.
Nah. It's ice arrows or lens. Something
Or
we
strength
definitely
3.
don't need. Gosh,
Or strength
imagine that
3.
strength 3. So, one of the things that could happen here is having FW in Ganon's, you might forget to go pick up your boss key.
Right. That's also true.
The boss key is fixed in Temple of Time, so sometimes it's easy to forget you have to go get it because in almost all other settings, it's just sent to you directly once you have the boss key requirements.
Yes.
Yeah, but you still gotta go to Temple of Time. It's really nice.
Oh. Gotta pull out the big guns. Here we go.
Oh, agreed, Alex. It's not like where Furor's Wind is great. It's still less time to play Minuet, hookshot in, than walk over to the castle. We're grabbing a piece of heart.
Gotta look our fanciest for when we enter the blue warp.
Yep. Yeah, so Fabio won't be, like, too far behind here. Has to climb up, do maze a little bit. It's not gonna be enough. Alright. Hell's remembering to play Prelude. Oh my gosh, a key!
He's also got the plot armor that'll help him get even further in the tournament.
I mean, he lost in the finals last year, so I think the plot armor is, like, not so much there anymore.
It's still there, it's just sometimes it doesn't always work. But the next match between Alfalfa Field and Seisei should be on Saturday at 9:15 a.m. Eastern. So if you're up for seeing more Ocarina of Time Randomizer, be sure to tune in on Saturday. Because it's going to be pretty hype. Yes. Whoever wins faces off against Majarkin, the person who's been causing the most upsets within this tournament.
Yeah,
given that he's in semis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really excited for Alfalfa versus Seisei. Majarkin's matches have all been very interesting to watch, very fun. There is Fire Boss Key for Favio, just as Hells enters the Ganondorf fight.
Yep. With GTG having those light arrows.
Alright, Fabio going for 2 strats. Love it. And a big fan of spin strats. No bottle needed.
And an easy 1 cycle.
Absolute pro, remembering to switch to Master Sword because it does more damage on Ganon.
Yep. Speaking of which, here's Ganon! Sorry, just had to. I had to channel my inner August 40th. Yes, we'll be having a slice of bacon very soon. And with that Master Sword jump slash, it should do about three hits on his tail for the first phase. First phase down, and we've got access to the Master Sword.
Yay! And Favio finishing up Fulvagio, so really not too far behind.
Not at all.
Like, it just goes to show the smallest decision can change things.
Yep. Gotta love the butterfly effect. And down goes Ganon. Get your GGs in chat.
Yep, that's gonna be what the hell's happened. Moving on. As Favio picks up that boss key. This is on a 15-minute delay. Favio might have opted to finish this, but I do know that both runners are going to be joining us for interviews. Yep. Alright, 2:28:16.
And GG's, what the hell's happened?
Hey, thanks.
Yep, welcome in, GG's. Get Favio in here, hopefully. Anything you want to share about the seed before we kick off with some questions?
It was scary. It was really scary. Just, oh my god, at the end, like, when you see your checklist just going lower and lower. It was only Water Temple, the OOT song, and Wasteland. Like, oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Favio, welcome in, GG's.
Hey,
Hey.
GG.
Yeah, we were talking about the remaining checks just kind of dwindling at the end there. Favio, you had Furor's Wind in water and opted to go Ganon's first. Do you want to talk through that decision? Because you two would have probably been 15 seconds apart getting into water.
Oh shit.
I think pretty minimal like that, so I'm curious why you opted to go Ganon's.
Just have more chance, that's it.
Yeah, understandable. There was no guarantee it was behind the long shot versus strength 3, so it makes a lot of sense to go to Ganon's. We watched you do that, Hells.
Not to mention there's only like 4 item checks in Water Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the biggest routing difference we saw, Favio, you got that hookshot hint really early, and I didn't think that you were going to end up missing the hookshot necessarily, Hells, but we were very curious where the other hint was, because it seemed pretty obvious without a hookshot you were going to be drawn to ice. But then, Favio, you went to bottom of the well and picked up a bomb bag there. And we thought that was going to kind of spiral into a bigger advantage. But you ended up warping out rather than doing Redead Grotto, which Hells did before going into bottom of the well. And that's really the major difference in this, was just that slight advantage of not having to double dip Spirit. So were you planning on just doing it with 10 skulls the whole time?
I was gonna do that, after DC, but I already knew that I had to go to ice sooner or later. So, and also I didn't have cover, so going back to Gohan City is kind of like hard.
Sure.
So I just decided to skip and
Okay, yeah, that makes total sense. Like, it's one check, you've already got Requiem there. Alright, Path to Twin Rova resolved. Oh.
Yeah, and there was a key of Child Side too, so that was just like, okay. And then Mirror Shield pops out, it's like, sure.
Yep.
But
Path
then
Slingshot, we're pretty sure, as well, behind a scale.
Oh, great. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because the other one was in Child Spirit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We did see the third one in...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, GTG right side, so... Maybe it wasn't a Path Slingshot. Just seemed like it.
Yeah, I was really happy when I got that hint, because it's like, okay, it's good, I'm doing this, and it's gonna lead to something, and that now everything makes sense, because there was always that chance that it was 10 skulls, and like, because of no Sun Song and no, I mean, obviously no hookshot, I only had like a 3 at that point. So I thought, if I do all this stuff and there's nothing, that's pretty bad. Because like, when do you decide, yes, I'm gonna go rush that 10 skulls and Child Cack or something? That's the only... So when I got that hint, I was definitely surprised. But I was happy. It's like, okay, everything makes sense. Now we go do Forest and Spirit. And...
Yep. And GG's Favio, just saw you finish on Restream. Just a little over 5 minutes behind. So anything that you wish you would route it a little differently? Like, I think everything that both of you did made a lot of sense. Again, you get your letter early, you get the tools to turn it in. It makes a lot of sense to go to ice, do your DC. Field checks, you both kind of ended up routing those in a little earlier than I expected, or that I'm used to seeing it happen, I guess.
Well,
how did you decide to prioritize that early game?
For me, it was because of the foolish Lost Woods and Kokiri Forest. I thought, well, I'm just gonna do all of this. Like, the items have to be somewhere. And we had the fishing hint for 20 chews. I thought, yeah, okay, this all kind of all works. I'll get my Meadow Song, River Domain, Lake, Harlfield Valley. And then there was a valley hint in Lake anyway. I was like, sure. But... So yeah, that kind of all worked out. Like, I was thinking maybe it's stupid to do Lake Child fishing for 20 chews, but it did make it that then I didn't leave the Hyrule field checks behind. Because I was considering just saying screw it and going to the well, and it would have worked out because there was a bomb back there. But I just thought, like, yeah, guaranteed 20 pack, probably should just do it.
How about you, Favio? Same? Anything different?
nah, just that Mirror Shield location that hurt me a bit. Like that's the only thing I regret doing. For the rest, like it was fine.
Yeah, and I mean, again, even then, it then boiled down to, I mean, you found Dins in enough time that What the Hells ended up doing Ganon's, and it just came down to, alright, are you going water first or are you going Ganon's first? And it just ended up being that water was the answer, and your FW would have really kept this close and made it a really exciting finish. I don't know who would have won in that case, so it was fun watching.
So wait, when did you set FW in water?
So Fabio went to
Uh,
do cleanup down there. Sorry, go ahead, Fabio.
I didn't have. It was last location water. I was doing back archery, big bows, and then the lake. Then
Oh,
it takes
okay.
time to do shoot the sun, and then I dip water. But I always put forward because there was one chicken fire.
Oh,
At that
okay.
point, I got good.
Yeah, and I mean no serenade. Yeah, because I was thinking of doing Adult Lake after GTG, and since like, well, yeah, with no serenade while you're there, and since we didn't find anything like directly that leads to progression, like just the hover boots and the Kiri sword, but I thought, yeah, like I got the child cleanup, but I think I would have done Adult Lake, but I wouldn't have set FW and water, I don't think. Oh yeah, because I did mess that up when I was going to GTG, when I set time of day and I did Big Poe in Tektite Grotto, and then I tried to play Serenade and I realized, wait, I don't have Serenade. My whole plan was to do those while the night passes and then I can shoot the sun after playing Serenade. And yeah, like we got so many songs at the beginning that I couldn't remember. For some reason I had Serenade in my mind at that point. And then I realized I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, Favio, I have to say your time of day management was just so good this seed. I really had a good time watching you do that. Your both of you actually, your shoot the sun timing was really good. Hells, you kind of had to book it there on Epona
Yeah.
and go back for the other checks. I was like, ooh, is he gonna make it? But
Yeah, I don't know if you can make it doing the checks first. Probably not. That was really tight.
yeah, with the time you had, no. Favio had basically the perfect timing down to do top of lab, do lab dive, walk
Okay,
out
nice.
there. Yeah, and then you both ended up kind of blowing night at one point when you were headed into Valley. It was really good for a seed where you don't get Sunsong. All right. I think that's all of the words I was going to spew at the two of you. Anything else that you would like to share? Lee, any questions that you have?
No. But it was one heck of a great race to watch.
Yeah, I'm ready for Gav now. He's in chat. Let's go. Let's do it. Best of 3.
Best of 3. Well, Favio, it was really fun watching you in this tournament. Unfortunately, this is the end of the road for you in Speedgaming Live 2023. Hells, you are moving on to play Gav. Give our runners Favio and What the Hell's Happened a follow. Their links are in chat. Tracking for the two of you tonight, Shannick, Artificial Red, and Netherian. Pushing all the buttons, filling out the spreadsheet that feeds the bot. And Lee, thanks for joining me on comms.
No problem.
And yeah, thanks again, both of you, for allowing us to restream this, joining us for an interview. Always fun to chat after a race.
Yeah, thanks everyone for restreaming and commentating. Yeah, I'll see you next race.
Good luck in your next match. That's all.
Thanks, Fabio, and I'll see you in the next tournament. We need a rematch.
Yeah. Thanks for the restream, and I'm glad to be part of this tournament. I hope I'll see you next year. Hopefully, I really want to. If this happening in person, I really want to make it.
You mean this year or next year?
No, next year. No, I can't.
Oh, let's go. All right.
All right. Next year.
Yeah, because I have family in the United States, so I
Oh,
have
nice.
would have some company.
Yeah, for sure. In person's a lot of fun, everyone. If you want to take a look, somewhere there's a command for the in-person tournament. The one this year is in November. We're not sure about next year yet, but hopefully it'd be really fun to see you there, Fabio.
Yeah. So thanks again.
Right. Thank you. And I think we will be headed out shortly then, everyone. Thanks for joining us.